Back to Further Solutions Academy. Further Solutions Academy. Encourage us more to share, and if you have not subscribed, help us to press the subscribe button below on your video. Make sure you do that. And if you want to reach us, you want to make a comment, you can drop it on our email. And for more, you can reach us on this line 23480 344 95990. With this line, you can call us, you can WhatsApp us, and Telegram is allowed. Okay, now with this, we can move on to what we have today. What are we having? We are talking about thermometric calculation. I've talked about heat, temperature, conversion of temperatures, and how we can work on them. Now I'll be talking about thermometric calculation. Now, which I'll be talking about. Let me start from the first one. I'll be talking about liquid to in glass thermometer or thermometer. Okay, that is the first one I'll be working on. Now, let me explain something for you. Even if a liquid in glass thermometer is under rated or it's graduated in millimeter instead of a particular scale, which is Celsius, Farad, and Kelvin. These are the scale which I've told you in our previous video. It can still be used to measure temperature. Can use to measure temperature if it read is compare or corresponded with the reading of a scale functioning, which is thermometer, check the following examples. Now, let's work on these examples. With this, we will understand it, how it's being done. The first question I will be moving around with, that is, what are liquid in glass thermometer? Even if a liquid in glass thermometer is ungraded fluid, or it is graduated in millimeter instead of particular scale, these are the particular scale, it can still be used to measure temperature. It is reading is compared or correspond with the reading of the scale functioning thermometer, which let's make example available to everyone that understand it. Okay. A question is coming up, which is example. Now, a liquid in glass thermometer is upper and lower fixed point of the thermometer are 2 and respectively. Now, if I'm having this type of problem, now I'm now asked to do something like this. What will be, what can I ask here? Okay, what will be the temperature? What is the temperature in degree Celsius? In degree when the thermometer reads 95 ml. Now, that is what we are asked to do. Solution to this problem. Now, when I have this type of problem, don't forget you have to compare or correspond. These are the two things that you must know. Now, how do I read it? I will compare my scale, which is what I'm having here, milliliter, to what? Celsius. I will compare it to milliliter, which is my answer is required in the Celsius or Celsius, degree Celsius. Let me just put degree Celsius like this. Degree Celsius scale. The thermometer is corresponded or compared with the Celsius scale. Now, what I'll just do, I will have two scales which I am to compare with, and I have the second one here. When we start from millimeter, why the second one will stand for what? Celsius. Now, we are talking about A, and we are talking about what? B. I can make a diagram coming like this and coming like this. Now, which I can have it okay. Now, since I have it that way, now this one will be upper and the lower, upper and the lower. It means my upper and the lower, we are talking about 230 and 80. lower is 80 mm, which is upper will be 230 mm. Now, since I have it that way, 230 mm, which I will now compare with what? This one will be what? The lower of Celsius is always 0 degrees Celsius. Is 0 degrees Celsius, while the upper is 100 degrees Celsius. You will understand this from our previous video. I've explained it. Now, it's rise, but we don't know what it rise to. Now, let me have this as C, and I have this as D. It moves and it moves. Now, it means here we have it as 95 mm, but we don't know what the Celsius is saying. Call it X degree Celsius. X degree Celsius. With this, I can now take the what? The proportion. Now, take the proportions. Now, how do I take the proportions? If I want to use diagram allow, it means I can say that what? My CD divided by AB equals to EF. Let me put this one as let me call this place and also here call this place H, call this place G, and call this place from these two to these two, call it E, and call this place F. EF divided by GH. That is what we need to understand there. It means if I want to do it, I can call it X, or let me call it X, or if I don't want to use, I can use a letter which is C minus D will be divided by A minus B, which it will be also E minus F divided by G minus H. What am I using? I'm using what I listed here. Now, we all know that my C, what is my C? Is 90. 95 minus 80 divided by 230 minus 80, which it will be equals to, what is my E? My E is not given, which is I have it as the temperature we are looking for is not given. Can I use as X? Okay, let me put it as E minus 0 degrees Celsius, 0 degree Celsius divided by, and I'm having G. What is my G? 100 minus 0 degrees Celsius. Now, with this, I can continue my problem, which is it will be solved by having 95, which I have 15 mm divided by, this will be 150 mm, which it will be equals to let me call it E divided by, or you put X, which is divided by 100. Normally you are free to cancel this. Yes, they can go themselves, which I have it as okay. If I don't want to even go, okay, this is not mathematics anyway. Let me stress you. Now I can cross multiply. Now when I cross my multiply, I'll be having E of 150 multiplied by 150 minus 100, which I have E equals to 150 divided by 150. This will cancel this will cancel. My E will be what? 10 degrees Celsius. That is what I'm having. That is what I'm having. Now, let me show more two examples. But before you watch this video, make sure you watch the video before this. It's very very important. Now, a temperature scale as an upper fixed point of 260 mm and lower fixed point of 50 mm. What will be the reading on this scale when a thermometer reads 125 degrees Fahrenheit? Now, I have this problem to solve. This time around, the story have changed because we are referring to farad. It means I'll be working on farad scale. Now, how do I go? I have it, the first scale, and I have the second scale, and I must compare the two together. Very important. Now, the first thing, this is upper and the lower. Upper and the lower. This will be 1/5. Now, this one will be 50 mm, which is the lower, and the upper is 260 mm. Now, this will be we have farad, which is farad scale. It starts from 32 degree farad to 212 degree Fahrenheit, if I should remember. Yes, 212. Now, something is missing. Now, we have our farad. It read 125 farad, which is to what we don't know. Let me call it XMM. That is what I'm working towards. Now, I will take the proportion. Take the proportion. Take the proportions, which I'll be having. We all know that I'll be talking about x minus 50, which also divided by 260 minus 50, which I've explained equals to, I will be having 125 minus 32 divided by 212 minus 32. Now, by so doing this, I will know what my x is, which I'll be talking about x minus 50 divided by 2. Oh, I have this 60, which is going to be 210, equals to this 132 and which is going to be 93 divided by that also will be 180. Now, 180. Since I have that, I can cross multiply x 180 bracket of x minus 50 equals to 93 multiplied by 210. Now, I can now move on by having, I open my bracket, which is a very simple one, which is going to be 9,000 rather. It will be 9,000, which also this one will be, it will be 19,530, which I have equals to 19,513 plus 99,000, which my x will be equals to 28,530 divided by 180, which I'll be having my x to be equals to 58.5 mm. That is all what I'm having there. Now, let me show one or two examples so that you can understand this part very well. Okay, I have one more question which is to really help us. Now, the block, the ice point and steam point of a mercury in gas thermometer Mach X and 180 millimeter respectively. During an experiment, the mercury if the corresponding on a Kelvin scale is 283 Celsius. Calculate the value of X. Value of X. Now that is what I have for you. Now this is a very simple question. Now don't forget this time around we are releasing Kelvin and what? Millimeter, which is very important. Now don't forget you have to draw your scale. Which is we are want to correspond the two scales together. Want to compare or correspond it together. Now we have steam points and what? We have what is called steam points and ice points. Now my steam point is 180 mm, which is it's always 373 Kelvin. And also we have what is called ice point, which is not given. We have it as X mm, which it will be also on Kelvin, it will be 273 Kelvin. Now we have it rates 45 mm, which is also correspond to what? 283 Kelvin. Now with this I can take I take my proportion, taking proportion, which I will have it as we all know that 45 minus X divided by 180 minus X equals to also the same thing as 283 minus 273 divided by 373 minus 273, which I will have 100, which is I'm very sure of that to be 100. This shall be 10, which also I'll be having it as there's nothing I can do this one because there's something on which is X is a problem. Now, which I can cross my multiplication. 100 bracket of 45 minus x equals to 10 180 minus x, which I can continue by having 4,500 plus 100x equals to 1,800 minus 10x, which I also collect my lifetimes, this and this, that friend, which I will be having 2,700 equals to 90x, this and this. Okay, 100 and yes. Okay, now I can now cross multiply, which I will divide both sides by 90 by 90. This will cancel. My s shall be equals to 2,700 divided by 90, which I'll be having x equals to 30 nm. That is what I have. That is what I'll have. Yes, 30 mm. Now, okay. With this, you can see how it's very how simple it is. Once you understand the logic behind it. In our next video, I'll be working on resistant thermometer or resistant thermometer, which we are moving a bit advanced. Don't forget that you are on with Further Solutions Academy. Don't forget you are on with Further Solutions Academy, and help us to share and subscribe. You are on with Further Solutions Academy. Help us to share and subscribe. If you are enjoying the video, just subscribe for you to get the direct updates. And if you want to make any comments or you want to feel like meeting us on another platform, we are here with you. 2348034495990. With this line, you can call us, you can WhatsApp us, and Telegram is allowed. Either one of the two. Once again, thanks for watching.